Hello everybody, my name is Cassie Gamer. Today, we're not back for some more Hearts of Iron 4, but we're going to be talking about Land Doctrines today. I've been playing a lot of Poland lately, uh, try to test them out and see, what's up with Poland. I gotta say, Poland's actually super fun, super fun. I've been playing a lot of video games by myself because I want to be good, so when I actually play, I can actually provide good content. And do some maybe do some crazy meme stuff. But so we're at my tester nation called Luxembourg today, and we're gonna talk about some land doctrines today. And I actually played a lot of asymmetrical warfare. Poland. I played a lot of Grand Battle Plan UK. I always play. I usually always play superior firepower, and then if you play Germany, you're going mobile warfare. But I was actually able to play mass assault as Russia. So let's look at mobile warfare first. I love asymmetrical warfare, but we'll go about that later. Mobile warfare. So mobile warfare is focused on speed and maneuver to cut off and disorganize enemy forces. So yeah, they're basically the opener gives you 20% tanks and armor variant breakthrough. That is huge. And then I'm not gonna go over the tactics. Okay, I'm not gonna go over the tactics of every doctrine. I'm just gonna go over to what the stats are. Okay, but the mobile warfare opening is huge. It is so huge. Okay, all your tanks and armored variants, you get 20% breakthrough. That's crazy. Your planning speed is increased by 50%, and this is really a big deal. Planning speed is not that bad. It's not that huge of a. It's actually it's not no planning speed usually is not super long, but 50% planning speed is really awesome. It's good. Negative temp organization lost when moving. So when you're moving, at mobile warfare, you're always moving, right? Offensive, okay. So organization lock when moving is actually kind of good, and then 10% division speed. That 10% division speed can actually add up over time, and could lead to more overruns, right? Which is really nice. Delay, all infantry and motorized and tech plus 15 organization. Basically, organization is kind of like the morale, right? So what makes a division, which Luxembourg is a bad example, but I guess we're gonna go to Germany first. Right. Yeah, so what makes a division is its organization and its fighting strength. Okay. So basically the fighting strength is basically how equipped you are and like how much manpower is in it. Okay. And then organization is basically like your overall like health, I like to say. Okay. It basically means indicates combat readiness and how organized the unit is. A unit with no organization can't fight or move effectively. It's basically morale, right? In European, no, not European, Europa Universalis 4, right? It's basically your health, right? You may have a fully equipped, tank division, but if you have like low organization, it's not going to do anything. Okay, so that 15, you basically get 15 more morale or health for all your units, right? Except for artillery. Okay. This 15 organization is huge. Even organization on tanks is a big deal because I played as Poland one time and I had a motorized artillery. Like it was a pretty decent division. It was like kind of like this but not shock troopers. It was kind of like this, right? And but replaced these with motorized artillery. I had a naval invasion in Gdynia from the Italians, and they just died. Like they got overrun from a naval invasion because they had such low organization. That's why organization is such a big deal, and that is why ground battle plan is going to come very useful later. All right, now your tanks, okay, and armored variants get more organization, and if they are armored cars, right, they get more organization, right. So even more. This is mobile warfare is such a heavy, like motorized or just armored forces, motorized forces. What I mean by motorized, I guess you could say, like, everything. Let's just say, Mobile forces. I'm gonna say mobile forces. Okay, because that includes everything, even armored vehicles. Okay, but you get even more organization on top of it, right? So your tanks are basically harder to kill, right? And they get more speed. Okay, now you get to basically choose from mobile infantry or blitzkrieg. Okay, so let's look at mobile infantry. So basically, mobile infantry gives you recovery rate, which your recovery rate is how much health you regain. So basically, morale regain. Okay, so basically, mobile infantry, you're getting um, basically everything. Okay, except for this looks like shock troopers. By the way, I should just clarify. This is Road to 56. Land Doctrine, by the way. But mobile infantry, all your motorized, so your armored cars, your motorized artillery, motorized anti-tank, motorized anti-air, Amtrak, mechanized infantry, all of it gives you plus 20% recovery rate and max speed, and then your shock troopers get 10% recovery rate and 10% max speed. Mass motorization, again, you're getting a further 10 organization from all infantry, motorized, and tech. Okay, which this is what it means by that. Okay. Mechanized offensive, now your Amtraks, your mechanized, and your motorized get 15 organization. And then your tanks plus 3 org. And then your motorized and shock trooper motorized gets plus 3. Blitzkrieg. Okay, so this is mobile infantry is a very heavy motorized infantry focus. Okay, very heavy motorized infantry focus. With just just a little tank advantage, just some slight tank organization, a little salt. Okay, armor spearhead with blitzkrieg. Okay, your tank 20% breakthrough and 3 org. Okay. Now your tank breakthrough is how many enemy attack a unit can attempt to avoid while on the offensive, effectively allowing it to stay longer in offense. Basically, you're better at doing damage. Schwerpunkt is more tank organization and increase tank reorganization hourly. So basically, you can there's how much you can recover hourly, and then how much like percentage in general, right? There's hourly recovery and then your percentage general, right? That's why the 50%. Because, for example, this infantry had 0.30 division, like hourly from the division template, and then your infrastructure plus 5. Okay, so let's just get the infrastructure out, right? And then because it already has high organization, right? It's at negative 50%. So now it's at 0.15 hourly recovery. So it basically buffed the from division template, which that's what basically means by that. Okay. That's actually a really huge buff. Okay. And basically you get crazy org for armored cars, more recovery for armored cars, right? Some some sprinkle on top for your Amtraks, mechanized and motorized, and your motorized shock, and then tank armored variant and tank. So basically, Blitzkrieg is very tank and tank focused, right? With nice bonuses for armored cars, and then some sprinkle bonuses on motorized. All right, basically, this gives you plus 20% planning speed. So now you get basically, if you combine it together, so far now you have 70% planning speed. Your planning speed is going to be absolutely ridiculous with mobile warfare. It's ridiculous. Alright. And then more recovery rate and org from all infantry and mechanized. It's just crazy. Desperate defense, now you're getting militia recovery rate and defense and org and the recruitable population. And a non-discriminatory conscription, mobilization speed, and recruitable population. And then more militia attack defense. Okay. I'm not desperate defense is actually not a bad. It's actually not a bad side of the part of the Land Doctrine, because when I played Germany, like regular Germany, right, with Hitler's Germany, and I was conquering the world, because it's very easy to conquer the world at Germany if you just play your cards right. Right. I was still on, you know, 5% extensive subscription, and I was conquering the world like crazy. I had so much units, it was like, excuse me, I had breakfast. You're just pumping out divisions like nothing, and then you're running out of manpower, right? So I was like, no, might as well just go modern blitzkrieg, right? And just get more bonuses, or I could just pump out more units with the 5% recruitable population by going desperate defense. Even though I'll never use the militia because I just killed everyone already, right? But hey, so that's why I went, you know, that's why desperate defense is actually not that bad, right? But if you're trying to do an end siege or the ending, like try to defend Germany when you're like right here, dude, if you lost, you lost. Okay, like in Hearts of Iron 4, what my mentality when it comes to this game, you're either winning or you're not. Okay, that's pretty much it. If once you lost, right? Once you capitulate, you lost. Okay, that's just my mentality. Maybe you can comment below why maybe my mentality is wrong. But that desperate defense for the long-term game, right? Just to get that 5% recruitable population without even going, you know, like service by requirement. Hey, you know, guess what? Now you're still on extensive subscription, right? With that 5% recruitable population, so it's like you're on service by requirement, but you don't get the training time, you know, factory, dockyard, and construction speed debuffs, right? So that's why I think desperate defense. If I'm playing Germany, I would usually always go desperate defense for that 5%, like recruited population. I think that's huge. Maybe I'm wrong. Well, modern blitzkrieg improved army organization and counter tactics. Again, more health, more health for all infantry, motorized, and mech. And then tanks, more organization, and armored cars, more organization. Again, a tactic. And then armored cars, you know, recovery rate, breakthrough, and organization +3 with tanks again, right? So mobile warfare is actually the most expensive, you could say, the most expensive land doctrine in all of the land doctrines. The most expensive, but it rewards you, right? I'm also making this video not to debate on which, you know, mobile warfare, superior firepower is superior, right? From the amount of hours I played in Hearts of Iron 4 and playing asymmetrical warfare for so long, as Poland, I gotta have a story about that. But I believe all land doctrines are great. I think all of them are awesome, right? I think they're all good. Not one, in my opinion, not one is better than the other. They're all good. It's all about playing the right nation, right? Choosing the right nation for the right doctrine, right? You're not going to be playing as Italy, right? To be honest, you're not going to be playing as Italy and going for, mass assault. You know why? Why you're not going to go mass assault as Italy? Because, you either appoint Messi for the mobile warfare, superior firepower, or grand battle plan, right? Why are you going to go mass assault or asymmetrical warfare Italy? That's just ridiculous, right? And even then, I wouldn't ever choose mobile warfare as Italy, because one, mobile warfare is the most expensive land doctrine, right? And you already have to build a navy and build an air force against the allies, right? That's just my opinion. I just, personally, I have never played as, mobile warfare Italy, but, as Italy, you don't have, and you probably never will have the industry base to support a big navy and even a sizable air force or a mobile warfare doctrine playstyle, right? Again, comment below if you prove to me I'm wrong. The land doctrine is all about playing the right nation with the right, industrial base with the right bonuses, right? You also choose land doctrine based on the high command and what your military staff is, right? And the bonuses that, build around that doctrine, right? Like grab battle plan Germany? That'd be funny. Oh my god. Or asymmetrical warfare for Germany. That'd be ridiculous. But I believe all doctrines are good. There's not one that's better than the other. Alright? Now we're gonna go to people. I think this is people's favorite one is superior firepower, right? And let's start their opener. Okay, I gotta say the mobile warfare opener is huge, but the superior firepower opener, regardless, is all soft attacks, 10% from all frontline battalion. So everything, all your troops, all your land troops get 10% soft attack. Boom, right front and back. Okay. Now your leg infantry gets 10 more health. All right, so all your leg infantry gets 10 health. Mobile defense. Now you get 10% defense on all infantry, motorized, and tech, and mech. Excuse me. Now you get to pick and choose from dispersed support or integrated support. Okay. Dispersed support is improved organization effectiveness of the artillery. Okay. Line artillery recovery rate plus 0.20. This is actually a big deal. Okay. And then line artillery 10% soft attack. Okay. Alright, integrated support gets 25% soft attack from support companies, and support companies get 10 org. Okay, and support companies get a further 10 organization and soft attack. Right. So this is where people I think people, even myself, when I was really a noob, people often get confused on integrated support or dispersed support. I usually always go dispersed support because that 10% soft attack, line artillery was like golden, like, oh, attack. But actually, to min-map between the two, both are good, but depending on your division structure, that's what changes. A good example of someone who should be using dispersed support is actually Poland. Okay? And here's why. If you look at Poland's, look at this. Look at this division template, right? And when I play Hearts of Iron 4, I try to use, their nation's template, right? You look at Poland. They literally just have an artillery division with 2 cavalry. Right? That's it. And then an artillery division here. If you are heavily focused on making, anti-air support companies, right? Anti-tank support companies, support artillery support companies, right? If your division has support artillery here, okay, and some sort of artillery in the division designer, right, in your main, then you should be going for dispersed support, right? This is where you're supposed to be going, right? Now, if you're going for the, the classic 14-4s, right? The classic 14-4s, 14 infantry, 4 artillery, and then support companies with maybe a support artillery, and, the rest are, other support companies such as, Signal, etc. Yeah, then you should be going for integrated support. Okay. Mechanized offensive, tanks, and armored variants, 10% breakthrough. Okay. Air-land battle, improved attack capabilities of the army. Look, army hard attack, 10%. Tanks and armored variants, 10% hard and soft attack. Reinforcement rate, 2%. That's how fast, your divisions reinforce their equipment. Right? Or all frontline battalion, again, get a further 5. And then 20% air superiority. Obviously, if you're playing a good, Air Force game, you're gonna have, green air the whole time, boom. Air superiority, 20%, baby. Come on, that's good. Shock and awe, improved general effectiveness of army. Boom. Artillery and infantry attack, soft attack, plus 5%. Boom. Now you have recon plus 1. Okay? Where you get to see what divisions are and where to attack. You can use recon to your advantage if you actually really use it correctly. Okay? Now you get more armored car org and recovery rate, tank org rate and recovery rates, right? So now basically you're getting the airland and shock and awe. You're basically almost getting some of mobile warfare. Okay. And then shock and awe, soft and hard attack, basically all around except for tank. Okay, so basically, the flow of superior firepower is okay. We're getting all your leg people, some some soft attack and org, then defense, and then you get to choose wherever you want to buff your artillery or support company. Then we're like, okay, now we're going all tanks. Do we go, air superiority and stuff, or this like full on like tanks and stuff, right? So like you either get to, you basically get a mixture of like blitzkrieg, basically. Now we're going on to Grand Battle Plan, and Grand Battle Plan, I gotta say, at first I did not like Grand Battle Plan, but it's probably my favorite Land Doctrine. It's basically my favorite Land Doctrine in the game, because my friend, all he done is just attack, attack, attack. Just like keep deorging everyone, right? He's a good mobile warfare doctrine kind of dude, right? And like I said, also Land Doctrine is how you play, right? When you're playing like esports and stuff, you gotta choose your best nations, right? To like, play that, plays your play style, right? Right, because if you like to wait a little bit, Grand Battle Plan is for you. So let's go over to France real quick, right? Because France gets basically a huge debuff to Land Doctrine research speed. So basically, as France, in my opinion, I mean, I have never switched over to any doctrine as France. Maybe I should give it a try one day. But as France, I always stay Grand Battle Plan, right? Because you just have crazy like Land Doctrine research speed, right? And you already have to worry about other stuff than getting army reformed, right? But Grand Battle Plan has to be my favorite Land Doctrine. At first, I hated it, but now I love it. And here's why. So the opener is entrenchment speed plus 25% and max entrenchment plus 10. So what does that mean? Okay.
Attention.
Let's see.
Pareil.
Alright. So right here. Oh no, right here. So right here, basically, okay, I'm actually not gonna do France. Let's do, no, Japan has that. Let's just do Soviet. Okay, because I just want to keep it base level. Right.
Готов выдвигаться.
Right. So right here. So this unit, what does entrenchment mean? Okay. So basically, what entrenchment means is, it gives you a 10% defensive combat bonus, right? And it will increase by 2% each day. Max entrenchment will be reached in 4 days, basically, okay? Because the max is 10% entrenchment, right? Again, it naturally increases by 2, okay?
Так точно.
Yeah. Or the base gain is 1. I don't know why they get 2%. But regardless, you basically entrench in 4 days, giving you a 10% defensive combat bonus. Okay? So literally by a unit just literally sitting here, right? You create your front line. I don't want to unpause the game.
Pareil.
But by units just sitting in a tile for a couple of days, they get 10% defense. That's basically what that means. Alright? And what the opener for Grand Battle Plan with Trench Warfare is that it increases by 25% to entrench. And then you can entrench for 10 more. So that's why they want to show it with France. Right? Because now it's France. Okay, because, the Russians have, the Soviets have, they don't have Grand Battle Plan. That's why I showcased the thing here. So now, okay, now you get, okay, the base maximum, right, is basically, of entrenchment is 5. Now you get a further 10, okay, so now the max entrenchment, okay, is basically 30, right, 30, and then that to gain it is 25%, right? Again, I'm not gonna unpause, so this numbers will probably update, right? But basically, I guess I'll unpause. All right, let's try this.
Gardez vos rangs.
Look at that. Okay, so by a unit just parking there, okay, it can entrench further. I gotta make sure there's no, like, okay.
Vos ordres.
Right. So now, by literally a unit just sitting there, okay, this unit is entrenched. It receives 30% of the 30% max defensive combat bonus, right? So that's what that means. Okay, you get the further 10, which is huge, because everyone else that is not Grand Battle Plan. So let's look at Germany, right? All right, so this unit is probably entrenched.
Angetreten.
Right? The max, okay, the max is 20. I just want to make sure I'm getting things right. Yeah. So the max entrenchment is 20. Okay. So let's go to the Soviets.
Russia.
Okay, it depends on your division plate. Okay. Okay. Alright. So basically you have 10% more defensive combat bonus than any other nation that does not have Grand Battle Plan. Okay? And then you entrench 25% faster. Okay? Now you get max planning 15% and division preparing time plus 15%. Okay? So I'm not gonna showcase France for this one. I wanna do, let's do Japan. Oh. Okay, Japan has a Grand Battle Plan, which is very interesting. Okay, so what does yeah, see, they have Grand Battle Plan. So what does max planning mean? The biggest our planning advantage can get no matter how long we prepare. So what that means is, okay. Okay. So basically, what Grand Battle Plan does, okay, they're basically waiting, okay. Alright, so some divisions are not prepared, okay, and they're still preparing. Now they're gonna get their planning bonus, which is right here, okay. Alright, they're planning. Okay. Planning bonus, getting it. This guy here. Okay. So right, so this is their planning bonus. The base max, okay, is 30%, and then the guy is doing it. Okay. What that means is with what that means is max planning plus 15%. Basically, that is how much of a combat advantage you can get, again, by literally sitting there, okay, drawing your front line, preparing, right, and then attacking, right? So this guy has 34%. Let's go to Germany.
Achtung! Ihre Befehle?
Okay. And this guy has 36%. Right, so that math planning is basically just by sitting there, right, is how much, you know, planning, because I can't show you this right now, but by you attacking, right, if this German troop, if this was on Grand Battle Plan, just sits there, gets the planning bonus, right, and this guy goes against this Austrian brigade, they will get a planning bonus, right? And that 15% gives you more planning bonus, which is more damage, etc. Okay? Let's go back to France. That's what that. Okay. Again, all infantry and motorized and mechanized get 10% org. Again, very defensive. Your army, like your entire army gets 10% breakthrough and 5% off attack. That is crazy. Your entire army gets this. Alright, let's talk about assault. Alright, assault is focused on direct and frontal attack with armor. Now, your motorized and your armored and your mechanized get increase org. Okay? Assault concentration. Now you get even more max planning. So you get even more of the planning advantage. Okay? So now you're looking at, if you go this way, you're looking at a 25% max planning, right? And if you go into France, right, and you stick with protected by the Maginot, you're getting a further 25% max planning, so you're getting a 50% max planning. Although your planning speed is decreased by a lot, right? And if you play as France, over here, where they're protected by the Maginot, right? You get this too, right? And then if you go Corps Mission, you get this, right? So if you go for Corps Mission, you get even more max planning at 65%. It's crazy. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous if you play Grand Battle Plan France. It's crazy. Right? Again, now your army gets a further 10% breakthrough. Again, breakthrough is how many enemy attacks a unit can attempt to avoid while on the offensive, effectively allowing it to stay longer in offense. Right? Army. Oh, sorry, I was this one. Sorry. And you're getting a further 15% max planning. My God, it's ridiculous. And then your armored car with organization for all motorized and reinforcement rate and planning speed for 2%. It's just ridiculous. Infiltration, focus on deception and unconventional infantry strategy. Again, light infantry gets more 10% breakthrough and organization. Your tanks get basically almost the same as this, except it's more tank focused. Yeah, basically. This is tank focused, right? Now you're getting 10% supply consumption and division attack on fort territory. I guess useful if you're almost dying as France. Land night attacks for 25%. Basically, attacking at night, I don't know how big the penalty is, right? But attacking at night, but I still attack whenever. I don't care. It offsets the penalty. Okay, I don't know how big the penalty is. And then Reconnaissance, right? Similar to what this one is. But instead, but instead this one is better, in my opinion. See, look, yeah, you get the same reinforcement rate, but guess what? You still get the recon, but guess what? You get the light infantry attack for 2%. So basically, what Grand Battle Plan is, okay? Again, it's the defensive. It's one of the more defensive Land Doctrines. But basically, what you're doing is Grand Battle Plan is just sitting on your booty until you get planning speed, and then you just roll over everyone. You just roll over everyone, right? And you can attack for so long because you have so much organization for all your infantry, right? And your armored. Okay, you have so much organization, so you can just keep attacking. It doesn't matter if you de-org. You just keep going. You just keep going. It's crazy. I love Grand Battle Plan. It's great. Now let's talk about Mass Assault. The opener for Mass Assault is minimum training level -10%. Basically, what that means is you train your troops faster. That's basically what that means. And then reinforcement rate plus 2%. Pocket defense. If you're so basically if you get encircled, right, it's okay if the auto supply penalty when you're, out of supply is less, so they won't die as quickly. And then the supply grace is 48 hours. So that's 2 days. You have 2 days. You have 2 extra days to save yourself from encirclement. Okay, And the encirclement penalty is actually negative 10%. So pocket defense is if you're encircled, which is very good for Soviet and China, right? Of which China has mass assault, okay? Because you're going against, well, you know, especially for China, right? You're gonna get encircled by, you know, if this was human versus human, you're gonna get encircled by Japan, right? Japan just has superior army forces, right? So you're gonna get encircled. So this makes encirclement less deadly. But don't get encircled all the time, right? Leg infantry organization plus 5, then you get division defense plus 5, and then max entrenchment 5. Alright. By the way, mass assault if you have a lot of manpower. Only do mass assault if you have a lot of manpower. Now you get to pick and choose from deep battle or mass mobilization. Let's talk about mass mobilization. Mass mobilization, you're getting militia, a soft attack and breakthrough. You're getting less division attrition and damage to enemy garrison in our state occupied by the enemy. I'm going to talk more about this later. Okay? Again, reinforcement rate is increased and your infantry recovery rate. Again, mass assault is a heavy infantry, just throw the hanging bodies at them. Kind of focus. Okay, your tactics plus 2, and all infantry, and motorized and mechanized organization plus 10, and armored car. Now you're getting combat with negative 0.4, and then recruitable population plus 5. It's alright. So yeah, so you get to throw more body, and then your reinforcement rate is 15%, which is ridiculous. 15% reinforcement rate is crazy. Okay? And then that infantry combat width is so strong. Basically what that means is your infantry takes up less combat width, right? Again, the combat width should be 20 and 40. Okay? Now you get to you can either do two things. Put in more infantry, right? Or put in, right, let's just say like 20, you know, or like 20 infantry, and then you get to put more artillery. That's what you can do with that. It's crazy. Oh, I'm still on this. This is very powerful. Army recovery plus 20. Look, not only are you getting, you know, crazy reinforcement rate, right, at 20% if you go down here. Now, okay, now your army recovered just 0.20 faster, and your out of supply is at 30%, which means now you're out of supply at negative 40%, right? And resistance growth speed in our state, occupied by the enemy, is 25%. So basically, right, if the enemy takes stuff from you, right, your provinces are more likely to be a pain in their butt. Okay. Deep battle. Improve support and ability to strike deep into enemy territory. Deny your supply consumption negative 10%. Right, so you consume less logistic. Your armored cars and, you know, tank organization is increased. Your reinforcement rate is increased by 10%. Planning speed is increased by 10%, and how much your, you know, max planning is increased by 10%. Now your supply consumption is negative 20% now, right, with infantry combat with reduced. But now also your tanks, right, and all infantry, okay, gets you breakthrough and organization. So basically, if you're playing Soviet Russia, you should be going deep battle because you're gonna have some armored tanks. You're gonna have some tank divisions, right? As mass mobilization is, I mean, they don't get a lot of advantages for tanks anyway, so that's good for like China, for example, right? And then you're getting more organization and recovery rate. Oh my god. Okay. And then you get reinforcement rate plus 5% and negative organization loss when moving. It's ridiculous. It's so crazy. Right? So basically, you just keep throwing bodies. You keep throwing bodies, you just keep attacking, throwing bodies, wasting your manpower. But hey, it gets the job done. Alright, last but not least, we're going to talk about asymmetrical warfare, which is actually a newly introduced land doctrine by Road to 56. And I actually really like asymmetrical warfare. And asymmetrical warfare Poland is pretty cool. Alright, so the opener is Militia Defense, and soft attack is 10%, right? But your global stat is negative 10% auto supply, negative 10% enemy air support, which is the most unique. This enemy air support negative 10% is only in asymmetrical warfare. You did not see this in any other doctrine. 10% division defense on core territory. Again, probably only unique to asymmetrical warfare. And then 10% resistance growth speed in our state occupied by the enemy. Okay. Alright, leg infantry plus 2% soft attack. And then, again, division attack on core territory plus 10%. And land knight attack at 10%. Okay. Now you get more entrenchment speed plus 10. And then your leg infantry recovers 0.10 faster. Okay. Now you get to choose between deep infiltration and strengthened militia. Okay. Deep infiltration is focused on deception and unconventional infantry strategy. I wonder if that's the same thing as infiltration. Okay. Look, now your leg infantry gets 10% breakthrough, and you already have division attack on core territory plus 10%. So now, just for attacking your own core territory, you're looking at 20% attack. That's ridiculous. This is crazy, ridiculously strong, right? If you're playing asymmetrical warfare in the United States, that is just that would be funny. My gosh. It's crazy. Recon plus 1. Now you get to see stuff. Equipment capture ratio plus 1%. Probably not a big deal. Army organization regain, right? 10%. Again, probably only unique to asymmetrical. Right? Defense 3%, and you get 3% division speed. Very interesting. Strengthen militia. Strengthen our irregular units and mobilize the whole populace to fight. Now you get more militia organization, defense, and militia recovery rate with recruitable population. Now you get another 3% recruitable population and mobilization speed. Now you get militia soft attack and breakthrough with negative 10% division attrition, and you get a further 10% damage to enemy garrisons in our state occupied by the enemy. Okay. So now you're at where is it? 20%. This is ridiculous, right? If you're gonna go for a heavy militia build, you're going for strengthened militia, plain and simple. Okay. Tactical withdrawal. Now you're looking at recovery rate for all infantry and support companies 0.10, and organization lock removing negative 10%. Last stand. When there's no ground left, you must dig in and must make your final stand. Okay. Now you're getting tank defense 10%. Okay. And then all infantry and motorized and mechanized 10% defense and organization plus 10. Again, out of your pocket defense pulled from mass assault. And then again, your militia defense plus 10%. You're 10% less likely to surrender. And then another 10% division defense on core territory. And you get max entrenchment. Okay, so you're looking at 10. 20%. You're getting 30% division defense in core territory. 30%. Ridiculous. Max entrenchment plus 10. Right? So now, now you can get the 30 entrenchment. So you're basically getting 60% defense. Oh my god. Breakout is when the enemy finally exhausts himself on our defense, we can plan a counterattack and break out. Again, infantry 10 plus 10 organization. Again, tanks and organization plus 1. Division attack on core territory plus 10%. Another division attack just in general. And then 10% breakthrough. And then operational concentration, which is like from right here. Like, asymmetrical warfare is ridiculous. It's so funny. You're getting basically almost 30%, right? 30% defense and offense in your own core territory. It's ridiculous. It's so crazy. You literally just, I like to just sit down, right? Sit there, let the enemy attack me, and then I just go in ham. That's why I love Grand Battle Plan, and I also like asymmetrical warfare. It's funny. It's so funny. It's crazy. Oh my god. Right? And look at this. 2% defense. Okay. Soft attack. Like, your militias are just gonna be ridiculously strong. It's funny. It's ridiculous. Oh my gosh. So, those are the 4 land doctrines explained. I hope I did a lot of explaining. I wanted to keep this video short. It's probably a long video. Let me check. Yeah, this is a 46-minute video. But I hope I did enough explaining, right? But also, you know, was, you know, I guess on time as well. And, you know, did some good explaining for, you know, how all the land doctrines are just really good. Plain and simple. All land doctrines are just good. Period. But like I said, it's always about how you personally play as a Hearts of Iron 4 player, and which country you're playing as, right? So you know what they can handle, you know, industrial wise. Okay? But hey, let me know in the comments below which land doctrine you vibe with the most. Again, I'm part of the Grand Battle Plan gang. Okay, I love Grand Battle Plan gang up in here. But actually, a lot of countries start with Grand Battle Plan. Italy starts with it, France starts with it, UK starts with it, Japan starts with it. That's all I can think of for the majors. I think Spain starts with it. I think that's it for the majors I can think of. Pretty sure Canada starts with it. But let me know in the comments below. If I needed to do any more explaining, I'll try and answer in the comments below. And also let me in the comments below which land doctrine are you? I'm Grand Battle Plan gang for 100%. But more Hearts of Iron 4 videos will be coming soon. I don't know. I gotta decide what the next nation to play as. I might just play Poland. We'll see. I've been playing a lot of Poland, so I'll let you guys know. But thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned for some more Hearts of Iron 4.